Good morning, dear students. Today we will continue our third unit. In last video lecture, we were talking about the components of physical fitness. So, first component of physical fitness is strength. Second is speed. So, here, what is speed? You all know that it is the ability to perform movement at faster rate. So this is speed is the ability to perform any kind of movement, any kind of activity in faster rate, and in other words, it is the ability to move as fast as possible. है ना? Means when we move as fast as possible, that is the speed. Speed is basically dependent on the heredity. So here it is said that it is dependent on the heredity. Here heredity is the genetics. So but can be improved through the proper training. It is dependent upon the heredity, but it can be improved through the proper training. If you are doing anything properly, regularly, then the speed will increase. It depends upon the white muscle fibers, and it is one of the important component for the sprinting and also required for the fast responses in games and sports. So it depends upon the white muscle fiber, and it is one of the important component for sprinting. Sprinting means running. So this is the important component for the sprinting means running. And also required fast response. The speed requires fast response skill in games and sports. Speed can be measured through the reflex test and short sprint. It can be measured through the reflex test and short sprint. Here, these are the types of speed are given. It is of four types. It has four types. First is the reaction time. It is the time taken by the body to respond immediately after the stimulus. So after the stimulus means after the excitation, it responds immediately. And it is the time taken by body when it responds immediately. And it can also be said as the first reaction to bring body into action. Means reaction time it can also said as the first reaction. Speed is the first reaction to bring body into action. It brings body into action. That is the first reaction. Second is the acceleration. What is acceleration? This is also type of speed. It is time taken by body to reach maximum speed. Now, it is time taken by body. Acceleration is the time taken by body. When body takes time to reach maximum speed, when body reaches to the maximum speed, that is the acceleration. And this helps to gain initial speed during action. It gains the initial speed during the action. Means when the body performs any action, it gains or it helps to gain the first speed, starting speed, during any kind of action. Third is the speed of movement. This is also type of speed. So speed of movement. The name itself says the meaning of this. It is the quickness of complete action or movement. Complete action. Speed of movement, that is the quickness. It is speed also. It is quickness of complete action or movement when the body performs speed of movement. In other words, it is time taken by body to perform complete action. है ना? In other words, it is time. The speed of movement is the time taken by body. है ना? When body takes time to perform complete action, that is the speed of movement. Next is locomotor ability. So that is also type of speed. It is the ability to move fast with change of direction. When the body performs any action, है ना, it moves very fast and changes direction very fast. When body takes the movement or gives the movement, it changes very fast, है ना, and it changes direction very fast. That is the locomotor ability. Next is endurance. So what is endurance here mentioned? It is the ability to sustain or continue activity. Means sustain or continue activity means it is the ability. Endurance is a kind of ability that maintain the activity. And in other words, it is the ability to resist fatigue. Here, resist fatigue means resist stress, resist weariness, and it is one of the important component for middle and long distance races. This is the important component for middle and long distance races. It is also required for almost all major games like football, hockey, basketball, handball, etc. And it can be measured through the distance run or time factor races. So endurance it requires in the games like football, hockey, basketball, handball, etc. And it requires for almost all major games. Okay, this is the endurance. Endurance is the maintaining of the body in activity, in any kind of activities. Here it is of two types. That endurance is of two types. Endurance has also two types. First, the short term, anaerobic muscular endurance, and long term aerobic cardiovascular endurance. So two types. First, the short term anaerobic muscular endurance and short term aerobic cardiovascular endurance. So here short term anaerobic muscular endurance, what is this? This component of endurance is helpful to perform activity for longer duration with fast speed. This short term, it is the component of endurance. This is the helpful to perform activity for longer duration, with fast speed. If your speed is fast and you will take very long time, it helps. This kind of endurance helps in that. This is the endurance where the anaerobic type of activity is done. What is anaerobic? So anaerobic in the absence of air and oxygen means when any kind of action is performed, that kind of action takes place in the absence of air or oxygen. So that is the anaerobic kind of action. So this is the endurance where the anaerobic type of activity is done. When the intensity or speed is very fast, when our speed is very fast, in that time, this kind of speed is required. And this endurance is for shorter duration and also known as the muscular endurance as activities performed in the absence of oxygen. Just I told you. It is performed in the absence of oxygen with the help of stored energy in muscle glycogen, and it produces a lot of fatigue and tiredness, and as it causes oxygen debt. It is required for almost all game sports like tennis. This kind of anaerobic endurance is required in all all types of games like tennis, badminton, handball, basketball, volleyball, and a middle distance races in swimming also. Next is the long term or aerobic cardiovascular endurance. So that this long term aerobic cardiovascular endurance, that is just opposite of the short term or anaerobic muscular endurance. So this endurance is helpful when the activity is done for the longer duration and the intensity or speed is slow. Okay, means it is done for the longer duration and intensity means speed is slower, and in fact that the combination of the circulatory with the respiratory system which provides continuous energy for workout, and in other words this type of activity is of aerobic nature and speed is very slow, and it delays fatigue means tiredness, and thus it is required for the long distance races, road cycling, cross country, marathon race and football also. Next is the flexibility. What is flexibility? Next kind of flexibility, it is the ability of joints to move in maximum range, maximum limit. This is the ability of joints to move in maximum range, to move in maximum limit. In other words, it is the range of a joint to move maximum. Flexibility is specific to a given joint and dependent upon the musculature surrounding a joint. Flexibility varies from joint to joint. It changes joint to joint due to its structure and surrounding adjoining ligaments, tendons and muscles. It changes from joint to joint due to the structure, due to the surrounding, due to the adjoining ligaments. Adjoining ligaments here bondage of the bones, and tendons, backbones and muscles too. And it is measured through the flexometer. This flexibility is measured through the flexometer, and it is also of two types. Now flexibility is also of two types. First the passive flexibility and second is the active flexibility. So here passive flexibility, it is the ability of joint to move in a maximum range. Passive flexibility, it is a kind of ability and of joint to move in maximum range with external help, stretching with partner. And second is the active flexibility. What is active flexibility? It is performed without external help. That is just opposite of the first. So it is performed without external help. Means it doesn't need any kind of external help or self movement of a part to maximum range. And here you can see it has also two types. First the static flexibility and second is the dynamic flexibility. What is static flexibility? These both are the type of active flexibility. So first the static, the name itself, static. It is flexibility performed from the stationary. Static means when someone is in still condition, still position. So here it is flexibility performed from the stationary means still position, and like chakrasana. Chakrasana examples are given here. Chakrasana, toe touching, sideward bending. So these are the examples of static flexibility. Static means constant. Second is the dynamic flexibility. What is dynamic? That is just the opposite of that static flexibility. Dynamic, it is the flexibility performed while in motion. That static flexibility is performed in rest condition, and dynamic flexibility is performed while in motion or movement. And this is required for the gymnastics and diving, etc. These are the examples.